Hello and welcome to this new analysis with you, Amin Amour from the Tactical Square. We will talk about this match of Napoli and Barcelona. So Napoli entered in the shape of 4-1-4-1 with David Ospina, Di Lorenzo Mendes, Maximovic, Mario Rui, Fabian, Diego Deme, Zezinski, Jose Maria Callejon, Dries Mertens and Lorenzo Insigne. With the Barcelona with a 4-1-4-1 as well, very flexible one. Ter Stegen, Semedo, Gerard Piqué, Samuel Umtiti, Junior, Busquets, De Jong, Ivan Rakitic and the Arturo Vidal, Lionel Messi and Griezmann. I want to say that Barcelona here on my magic board, I will show it. Barcelona here played it on the right side. Sometimes it was Vidal and sometimes it was Rakitic. So what I want to talk about is how Barcelona managed to press Napoli. For the 15 minutes everything was alright. So we will see here Napoli trying to build up the play with the right back and with the left back. What did Barcelona? So Barcelona made here obviously Messi. Griezmann was as on the center back from far, marking from far the center back and as well the right back. And here one of the midfield was joining the press and letting those two here. What happened is that Napoli didn't manage to play. Why? Because they were man-oriented press. They wanted to show them outside. So when he found the left back here, it wasn't to the right back to join the left back, because Quique Setien, in my point of view, didn't want to create an early 2v1 up there. So what he did is when they reach one of the midfielders, press, and they were trapped. Napoli, their build-up missed some creativity. They didn't try to build up the play. I didn't see many, like Quique Setien like to do, many chip balls out here. For example, try to play create a 2v1, trying to make them outside. No, they were very static actually in their pressing. Barcelona pressed very well, 15 minutes, very intense, and after the 15 minutes, we didn't see the connections, the synergy, which gave some spaces to Napoli to build the play. The shots on target were more from Napoli than Barcelona, so obviously. So now we've seen what Napoli tried to make and how Barcelona pressed them. Let's see now how Barcelona built up the play, how Napoli pressed them. So obviously Napoli were letting here Mertens with Busquets pressing from far, mid-block, and a very bad positional play from Barcelona. What is the mark of Barcelona? What is the mark? What is the mark of Barcelona? It's the positional play. If you want to play position, you need a good positional play. The positional play of Barcelona was very weak, wasn't good. I will show it here. So obviously Griezmann was trying to make on the left side, De Jong here, and we've seen a very high fullbacks. Barcelona had a lot of crosses, but Napoli did well in not giving them the opportunities to develop more the play. And I think Barcelona also lacked in the lack of position. So if you want to see here, 3 players on the same vertical line, you can develop something with that. The same thing were happening on the other side. What did Napoli actually? They let Barcelona high fullbacks. So Busquets trying to find spaces between the lines. The ball reach here. Messi was trying to get out. So was trying to get out from the chaos a little. He was sometimes replaced, sometimes not replaced up there. So Napoli obviously had, the defenders of Napoli had an easy match for to have. Obviously, so here, for example, I didn't see a lot of creativity. Why? Because it wasn't to Insigne to press. It wasn't to Insigne. It was to one of the center midfielders. If Piqué had the ball, one of the center midfielders had the ball, and then we keep our shape of 4-4-2. We keep our shape of 4-4-2. Nothing much. I didn't see here, for example, Rakitic trying to play outside, trying to give Messi the superiority. And a problem of Barcelona, the first reference is always Messi. Even if Messi is not a good option to play to, even if he's marked with a lot of players, always try to find Messi. Even if the space, for example, could be on the left side, even if the overload is on the left side, no, we search Messi. And when Messi is a good option, we don't pass to him. This is why? Because the position play, as you can see, is very bad. So this gave some counterattacks, not a lot, but gave some counterattacks to Napoli. They scored from it, actually, high fullbacks, and Insigne, Callejon managed to exploit those spaces over here on the right side and on the left side, and they scored a goal from a situation like this. About the good pressing, but what they missed actually is the football is not only 3 moments, it's also 4 moments. It's what you do with the ball. So the transitions weren't bad, the pressing wasn't bad, but the position play of Barcelona helped in this. But what they missed actually, sometimes Callejon, for me it was the man of the match. It's not Busquets. Busquets helped Barcelona in some in transitions, yes, but his passes wasn't effective. The effectiveness of his passes weren't always in the direction of play. So what actually missed, sometimes the space was here to Insigne. It was inside in the half space. It wasn't on the wings. He kept on doing on the wings. He didn't want to get out of his marks. So if they lose the ball, he didn't want to create, for example, here a 2v1 with Busquets, because if they lose the ball, maybe he was afraid to be very far from his positional of play in defense. So that's why Callejon and Insigne didn't take those risks. Maybe if he was here in the half space, he would allow more the left back and the right back to come more and to exploit more the spaces. This was not happening in Napoli, for example. So when Barcelona respected the positional play, they scored the goal. The goal, you can't find 3 players on the same vertical lines, and if you find it, it's just for some seconds, and then they go and they move. So Barcelona in the second half tried to make some quality around Messi. They make Arthur. It was a good change, but you need some quality, some offensiveness. You need Ansu Fati. Ansu Fati, I think that the change was a little bit late, and it was only for 20 minutes. So only for 20 minutes means that the Barcelona needs some players, some DNA of Barcelona, the DNA of Barcelona. They need players of Barcelona to respect the positional play, because the first P for to play a good position is the positional play. And even Piqué, we talk about a lot about Busquets, his magical angle of passes and all this, but what we don't notice is the passes of Piqué, where he used to make those back through and to insist on the same side. Sometimes the opposition thinks that now they will go on the left side, and he used to insist it. This is a mark of Barcelona also. And he used to insist it, for example, to go on the right side, to create what? To create gaps between players, and to free some spaces over here, and to create the gaps more, so when we go to the other side, we are sure that we are 1v0 or 1v1. So even Piqué, those back through, he didn't took the decision to make it on the right from the first one. He needed 2 or 3, and this is, for example, for me, it's a lot, and this is that show us the problem is not only tactical but also in the mind. I think for the next match, Inter needs to see, Napoli needs to see what have done Inter in Barcelona. I think that they need to see what Inter have done in Barcelona because the match of reference is Inter, not today. I think that they need to press them a little bit higher because Conte respected the 4 moments of the match. I think that Napoli needs to respect the 4 moments of the match. I think that they need to cause some problems in the Camp Nou a little bit higher, but also manage also with this flexibility. Today, the best managers are the best systems, I would say, are the ones who are flexible, and they need to know how to also play with a low block because it's their style, and they know how to counter more than playing and imposing a style. But they need to fix this moment as well. And for Barcelona, I think that they need to actually work more the positional play, because the positional play is the basis of possession. The positional play is the basis of your transitions. If you are, for example, we've seen that they faced problems when their fullbacks were high, and actually Napoli managed to score a goal. They score a goal from a situation like this. And also they need some hunger when they lose the ball. They need some hunger in the counter pressing. I think that yesterday they didn't know how to periodize it, was by moments 15 minutes and some moments of the second half. I think that they should keep this discipline from 0 to 90 plus. And if possible, if they play 120 minutes, everything is possible, since now they did 1-0, so 1-1. So I think that they need to work their positional play, and also to give some fluidity in the possession, in the moments of possession. In the moments of possession, we didn't see fluidity. We see that the reference is not your reference as a midfielder. Must to be the goal. Must to be the, you see, as Guardiola said, you see the far possible, and this was also something that he learned from Cruyff. It was something that was always here in Barcelona. So I think that today I didn't recognize Barcelona. It's yesterday, sorry, I didn't recognize Barcelona. I didn't recognize their style of play, because I've seen some. I didn't see the fluidity in the passes. Always looking for Messi, even when, as I said, when Messi is not a good option, and when he's a good option, they don't pass to Messi. So I think that that's a big problem for Barcelona, and you need quality. You need some offensive players. I think that Ansu Fati showed that he's a world-class player. Play him. I think, in my point of view, play him. Take some risks for Barcelona. You need to take some risk. So this was only my point of view. I don't want to impose things or do something. No, this is always my point of view. Of course that the coach didn't want this kind of match. Of course that he didn't want some kind of match, but sometimes you see Griezmann in the same line with De Jong. For me, for example, and with Umtiti, so this will not give you fluidity. And for me, for example, you need to put quality. For example, for me, Rakitic he didn't play all the matches of the season, and you play him today. He have a lack of confidence. Rakitic used to give Messi what he needs, and used to give him the support. Used to know when he goes outside and when he needs to pick inside. I think that today the player to do that, it's not Arthur, but it's De Jong. I like more Arthur on the left side, and I like more, for the moment, De Jong on the right side, to be around Messi and to play with Messi. I think that they will combine better this way. And he is young, and he is disciplined, and he have the ability to cover the spaces, whether it's inside or outside. in the transitional moments. I think that this is my point of view. Once again, it's only my point of view. I hope that this analysis was good for you. It was with you, Amin Amor from the Tactical Square. Hope to see you again. Like, subscribe, share it everywhere if you like it. Thank you very much.